We're back, baby. Oh, we are back. The Miami Dolphins get the win 15-10 over the New England Patriots. Never a doubt. I am, of course, being a bit facetious, but I'll be honest, I got a headache from watching that football game. But in any event, the Miami Dolphins do find a way to win. So what should we start with? The negative or the positive? I'm going to start with the negative so we could go into the bye week on a high note, feeling good, because the Dolphins did win. And listen, beggars can't be choosers. After getting destroyed by the Titans, getting beat up by the Bills, and then getting creamed by the Seahawks, listen, you just win the game. That's enough for me. I don't care how you got there. So the Dolphins did win. That's good enough for me. However, all right, let's go back to the beginning of this game. It starts off with the Dolphins getting down the field a bit and Jason Sanders hitting a long field goal. Give the ball to New England. 2 straight sacks. We got the ball back. At this point, I'm starting to believe. I have no complaints. I'm starting to think this is just like the rest of the years. We dominate the Patriots. If there's one thing for sure, the Miami Dolphins, we've been beating the New England Patriots since Tom Brady was still there. All right, so we're good on that. And it's looking like we're headed in that direction again. A penalty on the Patriots on special teams because they had 12 men on the field continues a Dolphin drive immediately. Huntley throws an interception. Great play by Gonzalez. And then they get a long touchdown run. Tackling was terrible. I mean, at times in this game, it felt like when you're playing the new Madden games and it's just an animation playing out, so guys don't even try to gang tackle. They're just waiting for the tackle to play out in front of them. But in any event, the real issue with this team today was the lack of discipline. I mean, give me a break with this offense and its penalties. I mean, how many times can you shoot yourself in the foot? I mean, that one drive in the first half, 3 plays, 3 penalties, and then follow it up with a blocked punt. I mean, that shouldn't happen in the National Football League. I mean, this isn't high school, man. I don't know who needs to take the blame for this, if it's McDaniel, if it's the offensive line coach, or even the special teams coach. I don't know. Someone needs to just be sent out of this building because there was a lack of discipline on this team today, on offense and special teams especially. I mean, you got the one drive where Jason Sanders is setting up for a field goal. He makes the kick, but then false start on a field goal. When does that happen? And then the next play, you can't even get the kick off. You bobble the snap. So you just blow those points off the board. How many times are the Miami Dolphins going to get a good 10 to 20 yard run? And you just know. Every time the Dolphins have a good run, I just sit there and just stare at the scoreboard waiting for it to say flag so they could call holding. And it happened again a ton of times today. So, I don't know. How do you fix this? Is it a talent issue? Is it a coaching issue? I don't know. I know they're holding, and I know that's not good. However, all right, those are some negatives. Defense was really good. Let's just move into the positives, all right? Let's move into these positives. Because there are a few. First of all, Jalen Wright, beautiful game today. He went fucking off. Raheem Mostert was really good. Alec Ingold in the blocking game, solid. I can't complain about Snoop Huntley. He threw some risky balls there, and it worked. That one to Tyreek Hill on 3rd and long, or was it 2nd and long? I think it might have been 2nd and 18, fitting it in there. That was awesome. And then towards the end of the game, the Dolphins just got a hold of it. Even with that penalty on that long run by Jalen Wright. They were just pounding the rock right in New England's face, and they couldn't stop it. And that's why Miami ended up winning this game. All we needed was one touchdown. We got it when we needed it. Follow that up with New England getting all the way down the field. And listen, I'm sorry, Patriots fans. I don't know. I didn't read the rule book. Personally, I thought it was a catch, but I guess you have to get the whole foot in. So for that, what's his name, Polk touchdown. Just my question is what about the toe drag now? Can you not toe drag anymore? Is this just in the end zone? I don't know. I'd love for someone to clear that up, because I felt like my entire existence watching football, I've had a good grasp of what a catch is and what isn't a catch. So I do know that from what the commentator said and from what I've heard before, the technicality is you have to get the full foot down. But how many times has there been sideline balls where the guy gets 2 feet or 2 toes in bounds and then falls out of bounds? Is that not supposed to be a catch by the technicality of it? Listen, I'm never going to defend the Patriots, but, if someone knows, please explain that to me in the comments section. I do know that technically they got the call right. Miami Dolphins end up stopping them on 4th down, and we run 3 times, can't get a first down. Give it back to New England. Jacoby Brissett, our old friend, he made some good plays, made a good play, was able to spike the ball, and then even completed the pass on the next play, but they ran out of time. So it was close, man. Did the Miami Dolphins deserve to win this game? Absolutely not. But the Patriots were just as sloppy. Plenty of penalties on their end. Horse collar, roughing the passer, holdings galore for New England as well. They were just as sloppy, and Miami just found a way to win in the trenches. And that's a big deal to me. All right, as much negative as I leave this game taking, the Miami Dolphins were able to win this game in the trenches, hat on hat, going forward instead of constantly trying to go horizontal or around you. I don't think horizontal is the right word. Listen, I dropped out of high school. I think horizontal is right. They're trying to go around everybody, all right? And I like that they kind of got away from that. They finally just went head-to-head with somebody, and I think that'll go overlooked by most fans, but they did go head-to-head, knock the shit out of the Patriots towards the end of that game, and that was great. And thank goodness we don't have to endure any more Miami Dolphin football for 2 weeks. So we get to sit on it. Dolphins get the win. Just anytime beating the Patriots is good enough for me. All right? Fuck them. So if you're a Patriots fan, I just want you to know that your suffering is my joy. And I'm glad to know that even without Tua, we still march into that building, that sad, decrepit building of what used to be a glorious dynasty. Now is just the ruins of the Roman Colosseum. And we win again. So that's a beautiful thing. And that's it. That's all I got to say about this Miami Dolphins win, 15-10. And also, you know what? I got to add this. All right. Did anyone out there see Josh Allen last week get fucking creamed by that defender and have to get peeled off the field? I was in the hospital for the birth of my second kid, and even I watched that and was like, there's no way this guy's coming back in the game. And listen, Josh Allen, tough son of a bitch, he came back in the game. And then this week, he takes an even harder hit, and this time, there's no way he wasn't concussed. There is no fucking way Josh Allen did not get a concussion today. They had to peel him off the field again. Someone's giving him smelling salts, and then they throw him back in the game. This is no knock on Josh Allen, because as a competitor, you're of course going to want to be out there. But the media outrage better be just as fucking loud as it was for Tua. I assume it's gonna be loud. It better be. It better be. And I'm sure they'll try to do what the Dolphins did a couple years ago and say, oh, it's just a bag. It's an arm injury, guys. Look, my arm, it hurts, man. Dude, his head bounced off that turf. His eyes started rolling back. They had to peel him off of the field. He probably didn't even know his name. They're like, hey, you know what this is? And he's like, oh, a football? They're like, all right, get back out there. I mean, give me a fucking break. That was bullshit. And then they try to play hero ball with them. They're backed up in their own end zone at the end of the game, knowing your quarterback is clearly concussed. You're trying to play hero ball and get like, what, a 99-yard touchdown with 15 seconds left? So, as far as I'm considered, the Bills coaching staff, they deserve some scrutiny. Now, what does that mean to my Miami Dolphins video? Nothing. I'm just making conversation. All right. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about.